is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And complete to Zach Ertz. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. That's caught by Hollister. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
A gain of 16.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Easy.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
5-yard line.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
TJ Green on the tackle.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He can run for it, and he will. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
At the 36.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
3rd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
10 at the 47-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On play action, they'll throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
4 yards.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
At the Saints' 38-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is brought in by Gibson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
1st and 10.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just stuck
baby.
out there. And
Hold
got
that.
nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Bro, come on with that weak stuff, man.
They'll say it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Panthers nothing.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. I got you.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Here we go. 50. Back to 60. All right. Let's go, B. Let's go. Now let's get there. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Oh, here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Oh, we got it. Okay.
Taken down, back at the 25.
Cameron Jordan again, huh?
Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year,
That's
and
my
it's
fault.
paying off.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And it's into the arms of Hopkins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the
That
football.
nigga killing that rookie. That's
You
my
hear a lot of
fault, man.
veterans on the defensive side of the football.
Start
They talk
swinging
about
this
smelling
side.
blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back into huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ready. Play me.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Kamara takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Off to Alvin Kamara. T.J. Green on the tackle.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now Breeze on 3rd down.
Good shit, boy.
He will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams.
Come on now.
Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Come on, man.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
6-yard line.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 7-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze looking long. And got his man complete.
They really glitched that shit up, man. I knew he was going to that fucking play, man. That shit fucking glitchy, bro.
Michael Thomas,
Like, why?
93 yards. And the Saints are within an extra
Nigga done ran that play about 10 times already.
Up.
I know I should have
Heck
won,
of a
man.
start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead.
The extra point is
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope.
He rifles one that's intercepted. TJ Green with a pick.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Antonio Gibson, as the 1st half is winding down. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the 2nd half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And in incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun now for Breeze. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin with a quick throw out left. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze.
Good pass rush, boy. I see you, Ghost Matos.
Yetur Gross-Matos. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
3rd down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze.
Let's go, man.
Don't let bullshit, man. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, they wound up losing yardage.
Something's going to happen.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
Don't give me that catch. Don't give me that one. Not right there.
They decided to take a shot right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, batted free. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Second down for the end zone, but it's
Throw it up.
incomplete.
Throw it up. Throw it up. Throw it up.
Hopkins once again the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Come on, that's a bad throw, man.
3rd down, they take a shot at
You know
the
he
end
ain't.
zone. It's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting.
Don't throw it to the
position
safety
on
now,
that
baby.
Drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
That's my fault, though. On those
So
other
good
throws.
kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which
Hold it.
means
Bring that
they're
back.
going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the gun, it's Breeze. And nearly picked off.
I should have went forward with my linebacker.
Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Fuller there on the coverage.
Play action, Breeze. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target.
I knew
He
he was
didn't
going there.
overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So after the run by Kamara, now another first and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way.
Give me that, boy.
And Breeze is intercepted.
See that bullshit, man.
Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Second and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 49 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack.
God,
And he's
what the fuck
only
is
going to
Marlon
get a
Mack
yard
doing?
from the 20 to the 19.
complete.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will
No,
he?
he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now Breeze finding Kamara. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell
something's
what
gonna happen soon?
Play defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Here's Kamara.
We own that, man.
I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
You gotta fake it. I don't want to see no connection loss now. Nigga do what he want to do, huh, fam?
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
21. Check.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
You know you can't go for it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Breeze.
Nope.
To his running back,
Nope.
complete. And now
Nope.
this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Saints 10.
They're telling me to cut the stream. Talk about he lagging. So I'm finna cut the stream, fellas. If it disconnect, y'all know why.